What's Happening Hoke show is filmed before a live audience and is sponsored by the Rock of Hoke, Rockfish Motor Speedway.
Welcome back to What's Happening Hoke on a Wednesday, May 20th edition, because Thursday, my man's got to have his daughter's graduation. Congratulations.
Thanks. I'm off to the mighty Fort Jackson.
Fort Jackson took AIT there, so congratulations. It's a big step. But this is our sports segment. We're sponsored by Rockfish Speedway, Brownie's Towing and U-Haul. And with us right now is the proprietor himself, Brownie. Mr. Brown, how you doing, sir?
Thank you, Hal.
Glenn,
thank you for having me.
Before we get started in the race set, last week you brought a prop, so I brought my own prop this week. Yeah, I brought my own prop. I want everybody to see this. Ugh. This is off of Dale Earnhardt Sr.'s car.
Really?
1996, Rockingham Speedway. And I just want to tell you my story.
That's a shame.
I just want to tell you my story about it real quick. I'll go real fast. I was standing in the pits, and they were going through turn one, turn two, and him and Rusty Wallace were battling for position. Now, if you notice here on this tire somewhere, it's kind of rubbed off. You see how it's rubbed off, and there's been a scar going on it, sort of.
Okay.
This is the right front of Earnhardt's number 3 Chevrolet. And Wallace was on the outside, so it would have been his left side that was got him. And so they were in the pits. They came in after they had a little bumping and running in turn 1 and 2, and they came in and changed tires. And I saw them take the tires off, and they'll sit it down. I keep it up there. And I saw them take the tires. Now, you know when they change the tires, they pull them off the car, and they take them to a Goodyear trailer. Exactly. They don't actually do the tires. They got guys doing them for them. So they put them on the little hand truck, 4 tires, they're stacked about that tall, and I followed the guy, and I saw this set of tires. No, I didn't steal it. I did not steal it.
Al Nuns, hijacking cars.
They rolled up, and what happens is the pit crew members stand in line there by the Goodyear trailer. They pull up, they give them the 4, and they hand them 4 more, and they move on. Well, what happened was the guy pulled up in the hand truck. He gave the guy on the right-hand side, I can picture it today, 4 tires off Earnhardt's car. He got his 4 tires. He headed back to the pits. I stood there and watched that guy take these tires off, and they chunked them on the other side of the room. So then I followed the tires over to the other side of the room, and then there was a guy picking them up from the pile and putting them on the truck. And he started picking up the tire I had my eye on. I said, I want an Earnhardt tire. I want an Earnhardt tire. He grabbed this tire, started heading, this and another tire, and was heading to the trailer. And I said, what'll it take to get that tire from me? He said, I can't do it, I can't do it. And I walked him all the way to the trailer. He threw it up in the trailer, and the guy in the trailer grabbed the tire, and I said, I'll give you my Coca-Cola sandwich, my Coca-Cola drink, and my bologna sandwich if you give me that tire. He stopped and said, here, take it. And I reached in my book bag. He said, don't worry about it. I ran as fast as I could.
So you put this man in an ethical dilemma to give you a tire
for a
bologna sandwich and a
Coca-Cola. I put it in my car.
Then I thought it was going to be a story like Earnhardt came out the tire, he signed the tire for you. Thank you for supporting me.
I went back, watched the rest of the race. After the race was over, I went over to Rusty Wallace's pit, and in the little metal trash can was a rim.
Oh, what are you using?
Off of his car.
You just a rum?
It was the left front of Rusty Wallace's car.
I find that really hard to believe.
And it has the marks on it from where it rubbed against Earnhardt's tire, and remember the magazine NASCAR Winston Cup Illustrated? They had a photo of them 2 banging in the turn. I've got the tire, the rim, and the photo all right here. And right there's the tire from Dale Earnhardt's race car.
Dale Earnhardt Sr.
Speaking of racing, you have some points from Rockfish Speedway.
Yes, I do. Let's get to the real deal here. The Rock of Hoke going into week 5. Not yet. It was a silly story, let's say.
Not that we don't believe it.
Going into week 5 in the mini pro, Levi Brown, 96 points.
He's here somewhere.
Followed by Kimberly Oxdine, she's 10 behind at 86, and Eric Cardona. That's the mini go-karts.
That's Mr. NASCAR 23.
Yeah. Now the pro go-karts, Chester Beeman, 94, followed by you, Brian, 68. Now you race every week?
Every week I try to.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Billy Gomez Jr., 52. Josh Gomez, 48. He was a recent winner. And then Zachary Cobra. Let's talk about the Lemons. Oh. This is one of my favorite divisions right here.
Oh.
Fast Eddie Daniels.
Rayford.
Last 3 weeks. Week 1, Billy Gomez Jr. had won, and since then he's been looking in his rearview mirror, hoping in some way to figure out how to get through the traffic and get around and pass Fast Eddie.
Well, now, as I understand, coming this weekend now, we're gonna have a couple more of those.
This could be
legend
interesting.
cars here.
So maybe it's just a thing of the main competitors haven't shown up, and it's
Well,
only May.
I don't know now. We got Jonathan Coombs coming back. Possibly Robert Knowles coming back.
Good.
And so,
These are guys that ran strong last year.
yes, absolutely.
There's some good competitors out
But
there.
there's only 4 points that separate Fast Eddie and Billy Gomez Jr. 110, 106. Michael McDonald at 96, that's the top 3. We won't go no further, but what's interesting is, he's just been dominant, talking about Fast Eddie.
That's true.
He's just been dominant.
And I think Mr. Gomez there, Billy, I think he's trying to figure out what and how he's going to go and get up there to perform with Fast Eddie too.
Really?
So
Yeah, he's trying to figure it out.
he's back to the drawing board, and I've talked with him a little bit, and he's trying to figure it out how he's going to get up there.
Well,
And last week I thought he was going to get up there and turn him. I'm not trying to put that out, but I know it was close.
Right? But one thing about it is on the Legends now, I think what they're doing is they're running very professionally. They're not up there just beating and banging. I think that they're out there actually driving.
Oh, they are.
And starting to drive very professionally and showing what the sport can be about.
They are.
If you're going to pass the guy, don't take him out passing.
Right.
Pass him either on the inside or outside, don't take him out.
I gotta wonder though.
I know.
It's May. Talk to me about it. In
And it's
September
getting
they're
warm.
running
It's
this
getting
nice
warm.
and kissing and handing each other good comments. I mean, we talking about taking shots off in week 3, man.
Right, well, one thing about it is, with the president and the staff that's working the Rockfish Speedway is that the big thing is safety.
Right.
And we've discussed that. If they see them start getting out of hand, and you know it can get heated. You
Yep.
know you're
Oh,
sitting in
yes.
there, a driver
I've been
can get heated, and if he gets
hot.
heated, if he gets a little out of hand, we're gonna give him that flag one time and try to get him
Right.
calmed down, but if he gets out of hand, then of course, they're gonna take him and take him out.
Hey, let me ask you this. Is it a rule at Rockfish Speedway, if your car has become disabled or something on the track, are you supposed to get out of the car?
No, never.
Just never get out of the car.
There's only one time really you should get out of that car, and it's out of fear for your life. If that car happens to be on fire.
Oh, all right.
Other than that, get out. Other than that, no. You
Let's wait for the track.
And the
Absolutely.
race officials are on top of it. I've been,
Absolutely.
What about the
around a lot.
600?
They're on top of it, and every week they're on
Yes.
it.
What
Let's
about
talk about
the
the
600
270s and the 600. Think about the 270s and the 600. There's been a winner, different winner, almost every week.
Wow.
That's
So
true.
these are really tight. You had Andrew Yoko who won last week. He has 86
First time
points.
winner.
First time winner. He's in 4th. Well, Matt Jones has got 106, which was between 1st and 4th. It's tight. Dale Trogdon 98. Ben McCall's got 88 in the 600.
Now, one thing about the 270s, don't let me cut, I wanna cut
No, go
it
ahead.
short, because on those 270s, they're not quite as fast as the 600s, but what you've got is you've got some drivers that are driving the 270s and you got some drivers that are driving the 600s. In other
Right.
words, they're getting out of the 270s.
And jumping in
into the
600.
600s.
Like
That's
the
how
pro
much-
go kart mini as well.
Yes, sir. That's how much these guys really like the race, and boy, they got some money tied up in these
Yes,
races.
Golly.
My God, a 600, if you was to go buy a brand new 600, you're looking $30,000.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyway,
It really is.
so did you make it through points yet?
Well, guys, we talk about the 600.
Okay.
He's working.
Fred Prosperity. This was the guy who hit the wall and had heart problems, and he's doing well. He's in first place with 118 points, followed by Josh Smith with 112, Mark Jones with 104. And we're going into week 5. It's close. It's only May. We had some heated discussions, heated battles. We get to September. I don't wonder if they're going to be as nice.
Well, I think what we do is, I think
But
within
it's
our,
exciting to see.
well, I know, but within our drivers meeting, if we conduct a real good drivers meeting and the driver knows before he gets into that race and the heated discussions that come up that it's not really gonna be tolerated, we're not gonna do it.
Right.
And keep in mind one thing, this is a family-oriented type track. We're not running for $1 million here.
Right.
We're here so the families can get out, wives and children can get out and enjoy themselves for a day and have fun at the same time.
Are you done with the points?
I'm done with the point.
All right, well, let's check out, let's give them an example of that family entertainment. First of all, Saturday is your big kickoff for Memorial Day weekend. It's your first night race of the season where you'll be racing into the night, which you do, but there'll probably be more racing at night this time. This is Saturday night at the Rockfish Speedway. Gates open at 2, racing and qualifying 4 or 5-ish, and they'll be racing at nighttime under the lights. But your big event that you have every year is your Memorial Day celebration. First of all, I've got to say, Brownie, thank you for what you do for the community of Rockfish and for Hoke County.
I appreciate
And
it.
the
I
veterans.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
And the veterans. This guy right here, he really supports the local community and the veterans and the families. This is a family atmosphere. Racing, flea mall. They're going to have live music, skydivers coming in,
Free hot dogs.
free hot dogs while they last. And Don Chase, the big Don Chase from the big 95.7 WKML will be here just to help kick it off. And this year, you've got something new. You got the fire truck coming, carriage rides, and RC cars. Tell me a little bit about the RC cars.
Well, I had a gentleman from Lock and Key come tell me about the RC cars. He's had a lot of interest in it. As a matter of fact, his children have RC cars in racing. So there's been a lot of interest in it. He built him a little track here on the grounds, and they're going to start getting into the RC car racing, not only with the children, but for the adults. Now, one other big thing I wanted to mention too is that at 1 o'clock, at 1 p.m. on the 24th, we do have the parachuters jumping in for the opening celebration.
Is that Mike Elliott?
That's Mike Elliott, and he'll be here at 1 o'clock, and he'll do our jump in.
All veterans parachute team.
All veterans parachute team.
Glenn, we're going to put Glenn, drop him out of the plane.
Glenn's there
I'm
jumping.
not jumping next over, buddy.
He'll be there jumping. One big thing I want to really bring up is this year we're doing a raffle. Within this raffle, we have a ticket that you buy for $1. You have 3 chances to win. Those 3 chances are you're going to have one chance for $200, $300, and a $500.
Whoa.
Now, we're going to say, well, where's that money going? I got with Mr. Brock last night and our little board that we had here. That money is going back to the community. It's nothing that stays here.
Time to mention your Rockfish community meetings on the
Right.
3rd of every month
Right.
at the community building here at Rockfish Speedway.
Right. And we're also on Sunday donating that check to the
Hoke County Special Olympics, something that's near and dear to my heart, and it gets me a little choked up. But my wife works for the Hoke County Schools Exceptional Children's Department, and each year they run the Special Olympics for Hoke County. And let me tell you folks, they have a tough time pulling it off. You know, you hear about the $2.4 million for the air conditioners, and you hear about this, that, and the other. You got teachers and parents that are out there on a middle of the week volunteering for Special Olympics and going around to different businesses and begging for money and donations. Mr. Brown and his folks out here at Rockfish Speedway in the community
Right.
are going to chip in
Right.
$1,000
Right.
to Hoke County Special Olympics. And let me tell you, that's going to mean a lot to those folks.
That's a good deal.
You know, you can always, you always receive, I got a business in the Hope County and in the Rockfish area. I've got to do business. They come in and spend their money with me, so me, Mr. Brock, and the community thought we need to give some back
Give some.
to the community. And I believe that's the only way to do it. You know?
So there will be a big presentation Sunday.
Yes.
Get out here and support Rockfish Speedway and
That kicks off at what time?
This kicks off at 12.
Okay.
At 12 o'clock, our opening celebration will be at 1 o'clock for the parachuters jumping in, and then it just continues on from there. We have so many different events and so many different times that it would be a lot to mention right now.
I got one more quick question. I understand that the legendary Martin Roberts,
Yes.
from Roberts Used Car, is going to be here
Yes.
shagging.
That's very
You
possible.
know, shagging, shagging means a lot of different things.
Beach
Now, what
music.
is shagging?
Beach music.
Beach music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beach music.
Dance. It's a type of dance.
Dancing.
Is it, I was wondering, like, is it a type of dance?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
you
Larry,
said
I don't know if
legendary,
Larry's
you talking about
ever done any
legendary Larry
shagging.
Long.
It's a
But,
type of rap that's going on now.
One thing,
Okay.
and I know we're getting short on time, is
No, we're good.
Mr. Roberts does come, and he brings that pretty lady of his. I
Yeah.
think she's, what, 82?
Wow.
83, and she'll be out there shagging, and if you'll watch close enough, you'll probably find me out there shagging with her.
well, here's the thing. Let's back up real quick.
Uh-oh.
Rewind.
All right.
Let's start with tomorrow. Thursday, the community meeting right here. And we'll be talking about the traffic congestion. No new changes yet. They have not done the traffic count, but police presence is out here, which is good.
Exactly, but we've been talking with Darius Rucker, and I call him Darius Rucker.
Mhm.
We talked with
He gonna
Darius
play
at
for us?
DOT, and he's assured me that they're gonna get a car count back.
Right.
Well, and if not, been recommendations been brought up to the community board that we do our own personal
I
count.
think you should before school gets out.
Yes.
Now, the DOT's gonna meet in June about this as well. That's when
That's
official.
absolutely
Project
correct.
U5707.
That's correct. That's absolutely right. And also now our meeting coming up tomorrow night, we're gonna be talking about the sewer and the water coming into the
Bring it.
Rockfish area.
Bring it.
We're definitely talking about that.
So tomorrow at 6:30,
6:30.
right here
Right.
in the community.
We're at 2950 Lindsay Road.
That is the 21st of May. Today's Wednesday. Everybody thinks we're on Thursday, but today's
It's a
Wednesday.
special edition.
All right.
And then,
Anything
of
else,
course,
Mr. Young?
well, the thing about it, I just want to go over the weekend real quick. Tomorrow, the meeting. Friday, we're prepping for the racing on Saturday.
Right.
And Saturday with the qualification
Right.
and everything, races will kick off. Be racing probably about 4 or 5.
4 or 5 o'clock.
And then, of course, come out Memorial Day to celebrate.
Absolutely.
Remember all your veterans. And especially, I was going to mention again, Jeremy Walsh, who was on our show last week.
Yep.
Who had the VA declared him dead. Very much alive, and he is still going through his situation to restore all his pay and benefits.
Maybe we have some folks out here that can help donate a little bit to help that family as well. Plus,
But please
GPS.
remember all your veterans.
Plus, Glenn from GPS Photography and Video.com also has DVDs of all the races and the community meetings.
Yes.
So check out his website and our YouTube channel, What's Happening Hope.
What's happening, Hoke, and Facebook page. If you got a story out there that's bothering you, like these chillers, and I just can't let that go. The Jeremy Walsh story, we're gonna stay on top of that. Hey, let us know if you got a show idea. We'll come to your place and put it on. And how, I'm just gonna give it a, what do you call it, a segue or a harbinger of things to come.
Tease.
We got a big announcement coming.
Uh-oh.
Big announcement coming. It's gonna happen around 18 June is when it's gonna kick off.
Uh-oh.
But you're gonna have to tune in next week. I'm gonna plug it today. We're gonna tune in next week to find out what that is. But you're not gonna wanna miss next
Or
week's
stop
show.
by. Come
Or
by.
come down here and check it. We'll be right here at the Rock and Hope again next week. Put
Let
on
me
the
say
show.
one more thing
Go
for you,
ahead, brother.
because I would like to thank you guys for letting me sit here with you
Sure.
and talk to you. And I don't know much about racing as the mouth of the Rock, and we all know who the mouth of
Yeah.
the Rock is, the legendary
Larry Long.
Larry Long
Larry.
here. But I want to mention
He's sitting
him.
over there at the chair rest. He didn't want to come on today.
Right, but I want to appreciate you guys for letting me do it. I think we need to get more businesses and more people involved in this so we can really put on a good show and keep you guys coming back and let the communities and
I've learned a lot, but I didn't know too much about racing.
Right.
But all the race car drivers, they say, well, okay, man.
I think he's hooked.
I'm enjoying it.
I hope he is.
I really am.
All right. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.